Whoops, forgot to add myself onto the screen before the intro ended. But what's happening, guys? So we are back, and it's another Premier League game. Premier League game round 2.
Again!
Hopefully, we'll get to see some more 3 points again. You get me? So, obviously, there's some higher spirits with us, with the Arsenal fan base, because, we snatched Eze right from Tottenham's noses. It ain't Eze being a Spurs fan, is it? It's not Eze being one. Oh dear. Oh dear. You, man, the suffering continues for you lot. Yeah? Because that's what happens when you support an inferior club. Don't matter that you won 2-2 bit of Europa trophy. No, don't care about that now. That's done. That's old news now. You know what I mean? And what we know is this manager, he has nowhere to hide. There's nowhere. He knows now. Right? And so do all the toxic positives. They all know this guy's got nowhere to hide. So, like I said, it's cruise control settings. You know what I mean? I don't think I've got a picture anymore, do I? Let me have a look. It's cruise control season, fam. That's what it is. That behind me. Cruising. Dig what I'm saying? There's no room for failure now. You know what I mean? You get Eze through the door, fam. There's no room for failure. Yeah? But I'm going to speak more on what I think would be best of how we go forward with adding Eze to this team and what my best starting 11 would be. Yeah? What my best starting 11 would be. But yeah, anyways, we've got Leeds United tomorrow evening at 5:30 at the Emirates Stadium, first home game of the season. And a game where I expect that I don't expect us to play how we did against Man U. I really don't. I expect us to be better than that. So let's get into it anyway. Arsenal were far from convincing in their 1-0 win over Manchester United last weekend. Creating just 0.28 XG from open play. Points are the only currency that matter to the boss, Mikel Arteta, as he seeks to end their long wait for a Premier League title. Now, let me just stop there, because we had so many United fans crying about, oh, but you played crap, mate. We were better than you, mate. Well, if we play like that, mate, we can do a lot. That's all I heard from United fans. It's funny how they talk like that now. But when they beat teams that they were shitting, and the teams, for example, again, if we'd have lost that game and we played how Man United did and they played how we did, they'd be saying, you spent all that money, you got all that attack, and you couldn't break us down. They'd be saying the same thing. It'd be okay for them, for everybody else to say, oh, well, you've got this, you got that. When I do it now, it's Arm's house. When I do it now, oh, but we were better than you, man. It's like, who cares? Okay, you won on being better than us in the game. Ultimately, you didn't get any points on the board. And you're back into your favourite position, 15th. You know what I mean? Out of here, man. Anyways, the Spaniard was thrilled with his side's resilience and will to win at Old Trafford, something which will be sorely needed if they're to be crowned champions. This fixture, therefore, takes on even greater significance given that it precedes the trip to face current champions Liverpool at Anfield next week. Now, let me just stop there again, because obviously this manager, he turned around and said, oh, but we weren't beating United at Old Trafford until I came along, basically. Yeah? And people got upset. Some Arsenal fans got upset by that, by saying, look, fam, we last won there in 2015, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I even defended this manager and said, in all fairness to Teta, he's talking about the league. Yeah. After 2006, Wenger couldn't win there again in the league. All those games that we lost at Old Trafford since Wenger last won there in the league. Ridiculous. His last season as our manager, and he lost 2-1 90 plus minute winner by Fellaini. His last game there. You couldn't even see that out with a victory. You know what I mean? Now, what I will say, because Mikel Arteta now has won there 3 times in such a short span of time compared to Wenger's time. Basically, Teta came in 2019. He's won at Old Trafford 3 times already. Yeah. Wenger's 22 years, he won there in the league 3 times, but two of those meant something, especially the 2002 one. That one, we won a trophy for it straight away. 98, that meant something, and we ultimately ended up winning a trophy, the league. The 06-07 one led to nothing. Now, if we're talking all competitions, Wenger won there 5 times. 2-0 in 2003 in the FA Cup, which we ultimately ended up winning. 2-1 in 2015. You know, Danny Welbeck. Yeah, United fans remember that. Ultimately ended up retaining the FA Cup. In fact, both those times we knocked Man United out the FA Cup was our path to retaining it. So while Teta is saying, "Oh, we couldn't win there," and I came along, while it's all good saying that, none of your wins meant anything in the end. None of your wins resulted in us winning anything. Yeah. 5 times Wenger won there in all comps. Yeah. And over half of them meant something. You know what I mean? 1998 meant something. 2002 meant something. 2003 in the Cup meant something. 2015 FA Cup meant something. Yours didn't mean anything. Just bragging rights. And don't forget, Wenger's beating Man United in the FA Cup final. But this video is not about that. I just want to stop there just to address that bit, because I'm a nerd. I like to try and be exact about things. And this is live, by the way. I'll read your comments soon. So, victory on the opening weekend was arguably even more important for Leeds, who became the first winners of the championship to take 3 points from their first Premier League game since 07-08. It marks the first time that boss Daniel Farke has personally won back-to-back matches in the competition. But having been relegated from this league before, he knows it's a long way to go in their survival bid. Farke will know his side's season certainly won't be defined in games like this, but if they pull off an upset, it'll be the first time that Leeds have won their first 2 games of top flight since 02-03. Now, if we were to not win this game, it'll be a disaster. But as you can see, those symbols all over the wall behind me, it's cruise control season, fam. Because this manager's got nowhere to hide. He's got absolutely nowhere to hide. So Arsenal avoided defeat in each of the last 14 head-to-heads. 1-12, drawn 2, winning the previous 6 meetings. Leeds have been beaten in 10 of their last 12 Premier League away head-to-heads. 1-2, failing to keep a clean sheet in any of those last 14 such matches. So, Norgard's injured. Havertz is injured, and Jesus is still injured, so they will not play. So Norgard already injured. Jesus. Let me have a look at. Let's have a look at their head-to-heads right now before I check out what you guys are saying. So, our head-to-head, the last time Leeds United have beaten us was a very long time. It might have been when it stopped us winning. Yeah, 2003, last time they beat us, which essentially stopped us winning the league. The 3-2 win at Highbury was the last time Leeds United had beaten us. And then before that, they beat us at Highbury 2-1 in 2001. The last time they beat us at Ellen Road was 2000. 1-0. Before that, they beat us in 1999, 1-0 at Ellen Road. So as you can see, Leeds United, they're not good at beating us. But in our history, they've beaten us when it mattered. They've beaten us in 94 at Highbury. And in fact, they did the double over us in 94. Yeah, beat us their ground, beat us at ours. We played them twice inside 1994 by what it looks like there. So we drew against them in 92. And then they beat us 3-0 in 92, 93. So yeah, Leeds don't beat us otherwise. Because since 2003, when it cocked us up winning the league, we've been beating them since. There was a draw in the FA Cup, but then we beat him in the return leg. So really, there was a Premier League draw in 2002. That's the last time they took anything from us. You know what I mean? They drew. Oh, we drew 0-0 in 2020 actually in the Premier League. That's the last time they took any. Oh no, we drew 1-1. Oh no, yeah, drew 0-0. That's the last time they took anything from us. These men are chicken feed. So I'm going for Arsenal 4, Leeds 1. Leeds held their own against Everton, but I'm thinking these men are going to try and play football against us at the Emirates. I don't know if they do the low block, then it could be a bit different in terms of the scoreline, but like turn these man over. Simple as just turn these man over. You know what I'm saying? We need to turn these man over. Big up to Zabi in the building. All of a sudden, Eze is good, but not 60 million worth. Is that what rival fans are saying? Big up to you. I'm just going to call you Why Not? Is this one personal for you? Are you on about what I was saying in the beginning? Big up Peppermint Freedom. Better United back then. Them bloody Zulus, Leeds football firm. Wenger never played a United who came 15th. Yeah, that's another thing as well. He never played a shit United like that. And Teta still can't get his team to smoke Man United at Old Trafford. You know what I mean? He still can't even do that. Big up to Rod in the building. I'm sure Emery or Wenger won at Old Toilet in the past 10. Emery never did. But Emery was the only manager in Premier League history for Arsenal that when we went in front at Old Trafford and Man United equalised, we went back in front. Wenger never achieved that from my recollection. But not that it's something to brag about, but you know, that was one of our dominant performances at Old Trafford in a while at that time, because going back in front at Old Trafford we never did that. You know what I mean? We never did that. Like when we got beat 8-2, that was the first time we scored 2 at Old Trafford in the Premier League. You know what I mean? But that wasn't we went back in front. That was a case of we were getting smoked like 7-1 or something, and then we just got a goal. But yeah, the Arsenal 2-1, that was 2015 in the FA Cup. But that's not the league. When Teta was talking about how we weren't beating United at Old Trafford before he came along, basically. You know, I'm giving him grace and saying, well, he's on about the league. You know what I mean? Because if we're talking all comps, then 2015 was the last time we won there before he came. Big up G, congrats on assembling a team for the next manager. Big up to you, Andy. And you know what? Let me get onto the team, yeah? Because this manager's got nowhere to hide. We know this, yeah? My starting 11 right now, yeah? A starting 11 I'd be comfortable with right now, yeah? Is Ryan in goal, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel. I'll say Skelly, but he is gonna get found out this season. I'd want to believe in Calafiori, but he's just not defensively. He's just not it. You know, he's better going forward. You know what I mean? But Skelly at left back, and then in the midfield, Zubamendi, Eze, and man like Biggie, Wanyere. And in the front three, obviously Gyökeres up top, Saka on the right. In fact, have Wanyere and Rice as a number 8 and put Eze on the left, because here's what I think about Eze, yeah, in terms of how he's going to be used in this team. I think he is going to be used the same way Saka was used on the other side, in terms of he's the guy that's going to be on the left to cut in, yeah, and Calafiori is going to be the one overlapping. So we're going to have an overlap on the left-hand side, just like we did on the right-hand side with Ben White and Saka on that right-hand side. I think that is what could be for the left-hand side. Because this manager's not going to take Odegaard out to put Eze there. He ain't going to do that. You know what I mean? Eze is there to be our left winger that's going to cut in. That's what I think it's going to be. You know what I mean? So the problem that Saka was giving teams before on that right-hand side, I think Eze is going to give that same problem on the other side. And Calafiori is going to be the one that's going to try and overlap, because Calafiori likes going forward. That's personally what I think. But my starting 11 would be it would be that Eze, Gyökeres, Saka, the front three, have Wanyere, Odegaard's place, Rice and Zubamendi. Zubamendi is 6, Rice is 8, but I'm still iffy about Rice as 8, because Eze and Wanyere, Eze in Rice's position, Wanyere in Odegaard's position. You know what I mean? That makes my mouth water even more thinking about that in our midfield. But then who would I want on the left-hand side? Because I don't want Madueke there, really. But then again, Martinelli's fallen off a cliff. Trossard, he's better as a super sub. The only thing Madueke can offer is crossing the ball in, having it be a outswinger for the keeper. That's the only thing. But it's gonna be interesting. Not gonna lie, our squad is actually really good now. Martinelli needs to go. Big up to Red Bull Vodka. He can't hide behind the dog win anymore. No, he can't. But yeah, Martinelli fallen off a cliff now, man. He has his fallen off a cliff. But what I don't want to see, and you guys might disagree with me, but I don't want to see Kivior go. What I want to see is this manager's going to rotate even at the back. AKA, if we're winning comfortably in the game, take Saliba or Gabriel off and put Kivior or Masquera on. You know what I mean? You know this manager is trying not to risk it all, because you know he's going to start Saliba and Gabriel every single game anyway. That's a given. But if we're winning comfortably, they don't need to see a full 90 minutes. Because when you're not rotating, by the time Mosquera and Kivior get some games, they're going to look shit. Look how decent Kivior looked when he was getting game after game after game and Gabriel got injured. Yeah? That's knowing we have that in our locker, knowing that can be rotated in. This manager, this is why I say this manager is the biggest worry in this team. Even into, what was the name again? Jan, is it Yandre but with a J? Is that what it is? Because it wasn't Andre, was it? Big up to you anyway. Big up to high end. Dolman should get on the bench now. Havertz is out. Yeah, I won't mind seeing him. I won't mind seeing him at all, but I just don't expect it. I don't expect it. But it'd be interesting to see, because I'd say the cup games, I mean, maybe the EFL Cup might be his way in. Like, he might put in a blinding performance in the EFL Cup against someone. And it's like, well, this guy should be getting a shot in the league. Do you not have a rivalry with the local team from dirty 90s Leeds? Well, I know no, not really. I know Leeds fans don't have the best of reputations. Hence, they've got rivalry all over the country. They literally, like, them and Cardiff are rivals. And Cardiff is Cardiff and Leeds is Leeds. They've got rivalry with Millwall and everything. I think Leeds have got a rivalry with a team from abroad as well, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, Leeds is it's my local in terms of geo friends, the West Yorkshire, but it's not my local. You know what I mean? My locals, their rivals. I agree with you. Kivior's decent backup. Yeah, we've seen what he can give us. So if he's getting rotated in this team, that's a rotation there. But this manager, you know what he's going to do? Mosquera and Kivior both look decent. We'll see how he does it. What this manager does for the cup games. Like, if he's going to start Mosquera and Kivior if he's still here, or if it's going to be Gabriel and Mosquera or Saliba and Kivior, something like that. Would you bring back the 22-23 4-2-3-1? It's kind of similar to what we have now, apart from there's just a little bit of a difference. It just the 4-2-3-1 would basically mean that in midfield it'll be Rice and Zubimendi, and then that three there will be the number 10. So in this case, I'd put Eze there, and then the two players there, got Gyökeres up front, you got Saka there, and then have, you know, either Saka on the left and Ranieri on the right, or Ranieri on the left and Saka on the right. You know what I mean? Or just have Eze on the left hand side, Ranieri in the middle, Saka on the right hand side, and have Gyökeres up top. If anything, I'd want to bring back 4-4-2, but you know, the way football's evolved with this club and the system, I don't know if this system would suit it. You know what I mean? Or some sort of change. I mean, even a three at the back. You know what I mean? Even a three at the back, like, I wouldn't mind if there was a chop and change of formations. You know what I mean? In this game, we're going to play three at the back because of whatever. You know what I mean? A back three of Kivior, Gabriel, Saliba, and then Ben White on the right hand side or something like that, overlapping, and then I don't know. You know what I mean? This much you can do. Is it Galatasaray Leeds has got rivals with? I don't know, got rivalry with someone abroad. Like, it's actually documented that it's a rivalry. They like to say this. Ain't FIFA. What we just did a career mode and signed 7 players. Yeah, I mean, the way we just moved in for Eze like that, it does make me question, were they going to do this anyway? Because, you know, we haven't seen anything like this for a while. And in all fairness, since man like King Burt's, that's what I'm going to call him for now, yeah? Since man like Berta came in, we've been moving. Compared to the previous windows, we've been moving mad. Because a year ago, we signed Sterling on loan, Moreno, Calafiori, Neto on loan. That's what we were doing last year. And now, fast forward 12 months later, you know what I mean? There's Kepa, make of it what you will. Madueke, Norgard, Zubamendi, man like twin Glocks, Glock 14. You know what I mean? Eze now. Mosquera. No excuse for this manager. Absolutely zilch of an excuse. Nowhere to hide. You can't hide now. You know what I mean? This is why I'm chilling. I am chilling. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even sure I'm going to have a meltdown if we lose a game. Because I just know that, well, you have to sort this out. I'm not sure if I'm going to be this kind of guy if we lose. Shit! Unless we're really close or something. But otherwise... But yeah, my starting 11 would consist of, I'd say Eze being on that left, and Wanyeri being in the middle. It's because I'm just thinking, I'd love to have Eze in the middle in my ideal formation, but it's just who's going to be on that left hand side. You know what I mean? Because I could throw in Max Doman on the right hand side and move Saka to the left. I could. It's easy for me to say that, but I want to see some more. I want to see how he copes in these competitive games. For me to say I throw him in my my best starting 11. You know what I mean? That's what I'd want to see. That's why I wasn't throwing his name out there like that. Big up to Warren. Big up YG in chat. I'm predicting 2-0 for this game. Hope Arsenal don't let me down. As for Spurs fans' tears in the last 48 hours, yep, it's delicious. I'm going for 4-1. I'm going 4-1 for this game. I said from a while ago, I think Leeds will get slapped. The Leeds Galatasaray thing happened because of the incident in 2000. It's the same reason. That's fine as well. Scene. I mean, Leeds just being Leeds. They're known for behaving a certain way with other football fans. Fans got stabbed. I've changed my mind. 3-1. Sell Odegaard in January. I've had enough. This is the problem. Odegaard being our 10, basically. I mean, at Old Trafford, he gave it a go. I'll give him that. He did give it a go. And having watched it back, you know, he out of everybody, he looked like the one that was really, he was trying to do something. He's trying to prove a point. So I'll defend him in that sense, but you know, you have to keep doing that now. Not no more of this, so well, I'll do it this game, but then on the next game. This is World Cup season for you as well. So you've definitely got a point to prove. I don't know what Norway are doing, but fam, you know, it's World Cup season. Everybody's got a point to prove. But yeah, I won't be doing a watch along for the game. I don't think. If I do, you'll see it on the on my channel that is a live stream's pending. But I don't know if I will. I feel like I might do it though, but we'll see. I'm going 4-1. Tempted to say 2-1 or 3-1. And I know we do concede at home, but banking on the first clean sheet of the home season. Going by how Leeds played against Everton, I wouldn't be surprised if they just got that stupid goal. One of them goals where you think, come on, we should have done better than that. But I don't think they'll be able to hold their own against us, in all fairness. It could be me writing them off completely, but if Tony Adams is calling you out, you know something's not right. Exactly. That should tell you everything. That should have told him everything he needs to know. Maybe that's why Odegaard upped his game at Old Trafford, because, you know, in games like that, he's not known for really turning it up. Not going to grounds like that. And Villa Park is another place Odegaard ghosts. He's done it pretty much every season that he's been here. So he's got a point to prove, really, this season. And it's a case of, are you gonna show up? Odegaard tried, but didn't play good against United. His shots and passing decisions were awful. His decision making is about as good as this manager's. That's the problem. And this manager's decision making has been the downfall of him. It's been the downfall of this manager, his decision making. And when I see Odegaard he'll be in a decent position. He'll be in a position where if he was right-footed, he could just strike the ball across and drag it across. But he'll be in that position and he'll try and thread the ball through and it goes out for a goal kick. It's rare that it works. Literally, him doing that is like a player going for an overhead kick. How many times is a player from a cross going to score an overhead kick? You know what I mean? It's hard to get them damn things on target. Yeah? Because you're kicking the ball over your head. Odegaard is on the wrong side. Yeah, like, because obviously he plays on the right centre mid, right 8. So it'd be a case of cutting in on your left foot and curling it. He can barely get to do that. So maybe let's just say if him and Eze start in midfield together, which, in all fairness, part of me wouldn't be surprised to see Rice get benched for a game or two, just to see how that works out. Or if Rice gets subbed, Eze goes in that position, and somebody else goes out on the left, whatever. You know what I mean? And that wouldn't surprise me, but I need to see them shots from distance in these games, because 2023-24 season, yeah, was the season where we took shots and they'll deflect off somebody and go in. Trossard in the Community Shield. And then you've got Martinelli against City. Who was it? Declan Rice against Man U from that corner. You know what I mean? He deflected. Onana. It came off Onana's hand, I think, actually. But I remember us scoring because we took a shot and it deflected off someone. These low blocks came in and we stopped doing that. And when we do want to shoot, it's one of those ways. It's too late now. Or if we're in a good position, the players just happen to be there, just like Saka at Old Trafford, when the cross, I think was it when the cross came in and it was passed. It was passed to him like a ground cross, whatever, and he kicked it, but it came off the lid and went out for a corner. And it's like, if you were gonna score another goal, it'd be that one. You know what I mean? I'd sell him But if you're going to play him, at least play in the right position. That Odegaard chip thing has pissed me off for years. It's just stupid. It don't work. And he keeps trying to do it. You know what I mean? You might as well try an overhead kick every single time the ball comes into the box. You know what I mean? Such a low probability. Yeah. I mean, the amount of times I've seen that and I've been bloody losing my shit at the screen. Do they think we have DiCanio in our team? Oh, he must think something. I mean, he must be thinking something. Do you think Calafiori is going to start on MLS? I fear for Miles this season. Teta don't know what he's doing with him and Wanyere. I think as if Calafiori stays fit, I think he's going to start the majority of the games. Teta needs to justify that 30-something million that he paid for him. I think because, like I said, I think Eze is going to be our left-sided Saka, and he's going to be the guy that's going to want to cut in all the time and try and be in that number 10 role, number 8 to 10 role, while what's his name, Calafiori overlaps. That's what I think it's going to be, because Skelly, he doesn't seem like an overlapper to me. He seems more of a I'm cutting in. So I think Skelly will probably be his plan B in terms of, right, now I want you at fullback to invert. So we're going to have a game of where 1 minute we might be inverting and doing all that shit, trying to go in the middle, and then in certain games I need overlappers. That's what I think it's going to be. It's just, is this manager going to rotate how we'd all want him to? That's the problem. Is the rotation going to be there? Just harvest Liverpool. He just shot and it went under Allison. Yeah, the 3-2 or 3-1 game, and Martinelli against Palace as well. I mean, they didn't deflect, but then he did get in a good position. Big up to Bobby. He says Teta is a fraud. He is. He spent more money than Pep since Pep's been in the Premier League. Spent more money than him. And all he has to show for it is a shield. It's ridiculous. Oda saw Rangers day before and tried to copy that ball over the top. When you take a shot, sometimes goalies will just lay in. Yeah, if they think, it's because the shots, I mean, we've all been in goal playing football with friends or whatever, right? There's some shots where you think that's going wide, isn't it? And you're watching it and it goes in. That can happen, even to the best of them. Yeah. If a ball is that wide enough, a keeper might not bother, because it might be a case of it's going wide, and it's not. It'll curl in. You know what I mean? So yeah, sometimes a goalie will lay in simply because he didn't believe it was going to go in. He thought, well, it's that ball. The ball's that far away. I don't think I need to really dive that much to get it. And oops, it's in. You know what I mean? As soon as we get in cute positions, we try and get cute and try and get that perfect goal, and I'm sick of it. We scored twice versus Emmy Martinez because of that. Yep, Jorginho with that shot that forced an own goal. You know what I mean? What happened? You know what I mean? It's just, it just feels like that already feels like a long time. Those Gunners are going to struggle for top 4, and the board will not sack the fraud. No, telling you, if he don't win anything, the board is just going to have to act. You know what I mean? Even if we get top 4, if he doesn't win, I'm sorry, he just can't. He just can't be. Big up to Legacy Russ Fit. Will Teta use Eze right though? That's the question. How is he going to use him? I personally think he's, as I said earlier, Eze is going to be our left wing Saka. He comes down, he does a dribbling, he cuts in, Calafiori overlaps on that left hand side. So exactly what we had with Ben White and Saka, I think that's what this manager is going to try and have Eze and Calafiori do. Because Skelly's not an overlapper. He's more of a cut-in. That's what Teta wanted to do, to do, you know, fairness. But Eze playing in the middle, playing in Rice's position, I'm not going to completely rule out that he might, in one of the games, he might, if he doesn't start Rice, he puts Eze there. So it's Zubimendi, Eze, and Odegaard. I won't be surprised if I see that. Because I think Declan Rice is another player where he's possibly might suffer a burnout in terms of he might get some injury that will catch up now because of all the shift he's been putting in these past couple of seasons now. We just never take a shot. It's a joke. Yeah. Big up to Clear 817. YG, have you seen the beef between the Gunner and the Doctor, the Spurs fan? Nope. Nope. He ain't going to win shit. Well, he is actually going to win. My belief is this manager gets sacked by Christmas and somebody else comes in and wins something in May for us. Maybe the FA Cup. I just can't see this manager doing it because I've seen his decision making and everything like that. It almost feels like everybody else is just gonna have to be shit in order for us to actually win something instead of everybody's competing equally, kind of thing. I can't trust this manager to get this team over the line. I can't. Chris made so many runs and Ode was only playing with Saka. That's Teta's responsibility, if you ask me. Yeah, and Odegaard has been used to that. That's what he's been used to. That's going to be a problem. Even in the game at Old Trafford, Zubimendi, there was passes that he could have made that he didn't make. And if that's how it's going to be, then that could be a problem. So again, it might be a case of Eze might end up, you know, just like Saka, he might end up doing all the load, taking up all the load. You know what I mean? Bro, are you going to react to any of the scenes from Dan's roundup show? I might play some of it soon, actually. And Lee simping over chicks on the live stream. What live stream was that when he was simping over that woman? Which one was that one? Because I only saw your the video that you sent me. But I mean, man was proper, like, I mean, it was proper. You know what I mean? Let's have a look. Let's go on. Let's go on our Dan Potts' channel there. Let's go. What order did he put them in? Oh yeah, there's that. You threw your season ticket away. How funny that. Lee Gunner has 25 receipts. Oh, so you can disagree with legends. Oh yeah, that yeah. The League Cup is the same. Oh yeah. Let me play this one.
How many Sociedad and Spain games did I watch Zubimendi play?
Yeah.
You know me, Lee. I can't count how many games I've watched.
You can't count.
Right, in all fairness, I'm not really interested in Lee grilling him. It's when Egal claps back with his receipts that I'm interested in that part, but I don't think it shows it on here, does it? Oh yeah, it does. Hold on a minute.
He's pulling it back. Egal, relax. I think Egal might have something. I think he might.
Hold on. Yeah, Lee, what do you think of the game? They're making shit up. Some of these guys are making shit up.
Cool. Okay.
Fantastic.
Look,
I'll shut up now, Dan.
that was a great.
Anyways, 1 second. 1 second.
He's
Lee,
rage quitting.
1 second, Lee. What do you think of the game on the weekend?
Shit.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper man of the match. Shock. Defender scores a goal. Shock. Attacking is toothless again.
I think
shock.
it might have something.
Yeah.
I think it might have
Manager subs were like for like.
Careful, Lee. I think the guy might have something. I think he's winding up. I think he's. I think he might have a little bow and arrow. I think he might have. He's pulling back the archery. He's pulling it back.
Egal, relax, brother. I've got this. Yeah, this guy can't cook me, bruv.
I'm trying to get involved. I need to get involved, man.
Nah, bro.
One second, let him go.
Real talk. Yeah.
So
I don't give a fuck. I couldn't give a fuck because we ain't winning the league. I already know this, yeah? Obviously, I want Arsenal to win football matches, but ultimately, the aim is to win trophies. And if we beat Real Madrid in a quarter-final. We didn't win the champs. Nobody cares. We slapped Man City 5-1. Didn't win the league. Nobody cares. Nope. He's now going to pull up a clip from 9 years ago.
Cue the video.
Cue the video. Because that was 9 years ago. Go for it.
Cue the video. You changed, man. You changed.
The club, not a manager, not an individual. I get it. I get why people want to question decisions. But when you win a football match, what the fuck is your life? Seriously. Come on, man. We've won the game. And our job this season was to get in the top four. We're well on course to do that. If we win all of our games, we finish fourth. End of debate. End of story. It's as simple as that. We finish fourth if we win our games. So, come on, let's get behind the boys. I said it in my preview. Again, Maitland-Niles, he was playing.
Lee,
it's embarrassing.
Look at this.
It's a disgrace. That's what it is, a disgrace.
Oh dear.
I get why people want to question decisions, but when you win a football match, what the fuck is your life? Seriously.
You need to take your own advice, bro.
Okay, number one, can you tell me what year that was?
I don't know. You
can't. Thank you very much. Number two, can you tell me who the manager of the club was at that point?
It was Arsene Wenger, no?
No, it weren't.
No,
Thank you.
It's quite a funny clip, though. It's quite a funny clip, though.
It's a funny clip because these dickheads, yeah, they fucking chat shit. Yeah, the sarcasm they can't see anyway, right? Because the season before, we got one away win, one away win, and there's and I think I don't know if it says it in that clip, but it says our job's to back the boy. Yeah, because you were telling me when I was protesting with Kenny and everyone else outside the.
I'm sorry.
Stop the cap.
I'm sorry. I ain't buying that. Man's trying to say sarcasm, mate. I'm not buying that. That was him happy at the time to get top four because we were going nowhere. You know what I mean? That's what that was. You know what I mean? Man's trying to say it's sarcasm. That ain't no sarcasm. You could tell by his demeanor in the video. That wasn't no sarcasm. He's running with that now because in recent times he's been sarcastic on his streams. But back then, nope.
Oh hell
no! That one no sarcasm, fam.
Runs get Wenger out. Just back the team, back the boys. You man are so dumb, it is crazy. Yeah, get top four. That's all you kept telling me Wenger could do. So when it was Unai Emery, I was so sarcastic. And you don't even know my sarcasm because I say it with a straight face.
Stop the cap.
Yeah, so you can chat as much as you want.
No, that
wasn't no sarcasm. You know when you allow that? That wasn't no sarcasm. That was not no sarcasm. Anyways, D,
you've been mad quiet, bro, because you've been taking it in, but I don't know. I've seen you positive tonight. I know deep down you are. I don't respect what he said. Think it's out of order, and I was surprised by that, bro, because I was one who believed it was great what he said. I thought it was spot on, and I actually don't think it's a mad dig at Martin Odegaard. I think it's a dig at Mikel Arteta, in my opinion. That's the way I took it. So, go on, man, talk to me.
You know what it is? When people say with Tony Adams, like the first thing with Tony Adams, he's actually helped like 3 of my actual friends that were footballers that were alcoholics. That's the actual truth. Nice. He's actually helped 3 of them. Real. So they've actually gone through the system. So they really actually know the system. They've told me all about it. They know everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, we know Egal used to be on our side. You know what I mean? Just based on this clip as well.
And until we get Mikel Arteta out of this club, we're continuously going to be a swinging pendulum. And until we get the owners out of this club, we're never going to get the investment needed to win a Champions League or a league title.
Hey, man. The streets will never forget. Man's trying to say sarcasm is. I know, but that wasn't no sarcasm. He was caught out, and he's come round to come with that excuse. So, sarcasm. He wasn't no sarcasm. Man's gaslighting everyone, telling them you're dumb and this, that, and the other. You see, when people are backed into a corner, that tends to be the get out of jail free card almost, to just basically say that they're just dumb. But yeah, it's jarring when people do that. When you show a girl this clip, he just says, "I changed my mind, mate." he should turn around and say, "I'll be sarcastic." You know what I mean? That's what he should do.
But I just felt like, you see, with Tony Adams in particular, yeah, people always class him as like the legend and the main captain and all that type of stuff, yeah. But I feel like sometimes what's understood doesn't need to be explained. I feel like everybody knows that subject and that topic. I think we all kind of have the same type of feeling about it. And I felt like what you're saying, you created a circus around, like, if you notice for that next 3 days, it was all about that. They even got to the point where they even asked Arteta about it in the press conference. That's how much of a circus it was. And Arteta's response was, "I let the players pick, and they chose Odegaard." Now, obviously, everyone says, "Oh yeah, Rice should be captain. Rice should be captain." But what is Arteta supposed to do if he sends a vote to the players and the players say that they want Odegaard to be captain?
Why is he doing that? If that's true, why is he doing that? Why don't he just select?
But most teams do that. That's what most teams do. Most teams let the players choose. That's what most professional teams do, because it's the truth. That's what happens. So, but that's what they do. So I don't really know what.
So technically, Odegaard is my sort of captain. Like for me, he don't look like a captain. I mean, the greatest example of that would have been that Real Madrid game away at Bernabeu when Partey got that second yellow.
Right, so I don't want to play the entirety of this too much. I want to get into because I never watched this. I've listened to it all because I was driving, so I couldn't watch it. But there's a part where it's D. He asked Lee Gunner about. Lee Gunner says that Tony Adams is always right. He's got a statue outside the stadium. And then he trips over his own logic, because then when Henry says certain things, he has to now say he's always right because he has a statue outside the stadium. So I just want to try and get there.
You're saying Declan Rice should be captain, which we all understand that he's captain material. Declan Rice is at the club playing on the same pitch. I'm trying to figure out what it is that you think he has to have that armband on his arm for. You keep saying that he needs to be captain, and we all understand he's a captain material, but there's different versions of captains. What makes you think that Odegaard isn't captain material as well?
Because the guy's not got over the line ever in his entire fucking life,
Stop talking about over the line. I'm talking about the captain's about character.
Let's not talk about trophies. Let's talk
forget trophies. It's about character. Listen. It's about character, isn't it? It's about...
Odegaard is not captain material. He's just not. You know what I mean? Any arms house on the pitch, he ain't there. You know what I mean? He ain't there for it. Rice is there for it. And the difference it will make, literally putting the captain's armband on somebody else, literally makes it easier now to have Odegaard sit on that bench and somebody else playing his position who's better than him. The fact that he's a captain, being a captain, you're almost immune from being put on the bench, basically. You know what I mean? You're almost immune for being put on the bench. Literally, just giving that armband to anybody but Odegaard literally makes room that, Odegaard can be benched now and should be benched and should be the one that's coming on in certain games, blah, blah, blah. But because he is a captain, we know we're just going to see him week in, week out, even when he's playing shit. And that's the problem.
Hold on, let me even land. I didn't even land.
Yeah,
I'm saying
No,
I'm
I've rattled
saying,
all
yeah,
of you lot, bro. You lot are
aesthetically,
rattled. You're on the road.
you look at
we got the cigar ready and waiting.
you look at the
bruv.
aesthetics,
Cuban's
yeah.
looking nice.
But hold on, when
You look
when
at
when Odegaard comes off the pitch, do you know who gets the armband? It goes to Saka. It doesn't even go to
Yeah, and guess what? He
It doesn't
ain't
even go
captain
to
either.
Rice. It doesn't even go to Rice.
My issue,
because
yeah,
there's a
my issue, yeah, is how are we overlooking Gabriel as even in that conversation of captain?
Great shout.
That was even my annoyance, because Gabriel, like you, Tony Adams, was a defender. He was solid as you was. Of course, I'm not comparing it to Adams. Adams was asked
seriously during the Emirates era. Like, are we gonna act like that? Are we? Like, I hear what you lot are saying, and you lot are right, yeah. And yeah, Gabriel Magalhaes or Rice, and I'm here with that. I wouldn't.
No, it's because Adams. It's because Adams brought it up. It's because Tony Adams brought it up.
I hear that. I wouldn't have made Odegaard the captain. He's clearly the gentrified captain and whatnot. But at the end of the day, he
coached them on the field where they tell him where to run.
Odegaard is teaching.
Redundant.
Axel, when he moves, the players all follow him. We don't
carbon copy of Arteta on the pitch.
He really isn't, though. He really isn't.
We watched Tony Adams lift multiple trophies and have a statue, mate.
No.
Questioning the manager or standing up against.
But the captain is not there. The captain is not about questioning the man. That's not. The captain is supposed to be leading the team, isn't it? So if behind the scenes, if the team are always Odegaard is the say behind the scenes, and he's the person that they will actually follow, then how are you supposed to take that from him if it's still the case?
He's got to start leading in, because
Does it matter who the actual captain is if we have multiple leaders on the pitch?
Yes, it does, because you all cast out Tony Adams.
It does matter in terms of we've got a captain that's not very good at doing his job. He's not very good on the pitch. Every man in his dog knows that he's not the 10 that we need. But because he has that captain's armband, we know he has to play, he has to start every Premier League game at least. That's the problem. We're starting somebody that's not very good, and you got somebody who's better on the bench. If Rice has that captaincy or anybody else, right? It wouldn't be so bad if Odegaard was to then sit on the bench and Wenger plays in his place, because nobody's talking about, oh, you benched your captain, mate. You know what I mean? There'd be none of that. But he can't upset, Odegaard, can he? You know what I mean? I know.
And the whole reason we all support this club is we watched Tony Adams lift multiple trophies and have a statue, mate.
No. What in terms of the Tony Adams thing, my thing was one sec, Egal. My thing with the Tony Adams thing. Wait, one sec. My thing with the Tony Adams thing was about the fact that it's going to create a circus. If you're such a captain and Tony Adams is such a captain, he should know. He's got the mentality, right? So he should know that this is going to create a circus around the club.
Why is it North Korea, bro? He got asked his opinion and he gave his opinion. Why are you trying to silence him?
And then I gave my opinion. And I gave my opinion. So why are you silencing that?
Your opinion went against a guy that has a statue outside our ground that won 4 league titles, our last European trophy, a cup double. Yeah, very disrespected. The way these men go on, when Thierry Henry says anything against this manager, anyone who says it's a cult, bro, it's a sex.
What are you talking?
Now, one thing I will say, one of the things I will say is it sounds more cult-ish if you're claiming somebody can't be wrong because they did X for the club. So everything they say is gospel. You know what I mean? Because it's making it sound like Tony Adams can't be wrong about anything. I did a video where I reacted to what he said about how Emery would have won the league with Arsenal if he was still manager. I don't think he would have done. I don't think Tony Adams was accurate with that. I think his judgment is off. That's my personal opinion. But if that's seen as disrespect because he's won titles and all these trophies for Arsenal and he has a statue, Doesn't that sound like a cult of some sort? Or am I wrong? No, I think he does. All he needs is a gang of people to think the same. You can't say that Tony Adams was wrong about X, Y, and Z because he did all this for club, mate. That's what I'm talking about. Why do you mind think Adams can be wrong, but if he's wrong, people should honour their silence because he's such a legend? I mean, I don't have anything against people having something to say, oh, this is why I think Adams is. This is why I don't agree with what Tony Adams said. I just don't want to be. I don't want to be in the camp of where somebody can't give their opinion because somebody is essentially royalty to this club, kind of thing. You know what I mean? I'm one of those people where it's like, you're a human being at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Obviously, people crying about what he said. Oh, you shouldn't say that about captain. It's like, get over it. You know what I mean? But if people feel that Adams was wrong, that they should be able to voice why they think he was wrong in what he said. I don't think he was wrong on anything he said with that. I don't. If the team had done better, he might have had better things to say. But they didn't. They failed. So I don't have a problem with anything Adam said. I just don't want to be in the camp of where, oh, you can't question Tony Adams or what he said because he did this for club. I'm not one of those kind of people. You know what I mean?
I see your quote.
You're coming with your
quote tweet.
You're coming with your buzzwords. You're coming with your buzzwords. Listen,
I'm going with buzzwords. Cool. I'll show you your actual comment. Yeah, I'll show you your actual comment. Yeah,
you're actually coming with buzzwords.
Your actual comment. Do you want me to show you?
The fact of the matter is, yeah. The fact of the matter is.
No, I'll show you your actual comment.
I know my comment.
Came out with Rice is better than Arteta. That lit up the fireworks. That's when everyone jumped on the bandwagon.
Yeah, it's a cult.
The point I'm making is nobody actually knows who is the actual leader behind the scenes. That's the point I'm making.
Thank you. Which is why the clubs are fucking shambles because nobody knows who's leading. It's the blind leading the blind.
Oh my God!
Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me say
what you're saying.
Bro,
I'm gonna find your quote.
When it comes to this, we used to complain that we don't have enough leaders. Now we have multiple leaders. We're complaining.
But you also cried when Unai Emery said we have a leadership group.
Fuck Unai Emery.
Arteta does it. Oh my God, Arteta's a genius. Fuck Unai
Emery. I want to try and find where Lee Gunner saying that Tony Adams can't be wrong because he's got a statue outside the stadium, essentially.
Let me ask you a question.
Let me Egal. I'm going to play this clip and you can ask the question. This is Egal, yeah? His words sat in his car in his Datsun, bro.
I don't understand. It's there.
All of my videos are out. Yeah, no, lifting trophies.
Bro, listen to what I'm saying to you. Listen to you.
How are you sitting there? No, I will listen.
You have to hear what the person said. You have to hear what the response is. The point I'm making.
Your words. I'm using your words, bro.
If you actually watch the video, you will see that my thing is about creating a circus and the timing of it. And also criticize Arsene Wenger, telling him that he can't create defensive football and he should be bringing
from the stadium.
Listen, that he should act ever playing English football.
Yes, he is. He's better than him. John Terry is millimeters behind
Adams. What Adam says, bro.
No, you can't. I'm not saying that. But my point is, the point is, Tony Adams was the youngest captain of our club at that time. Blah blah blah. This guy's got a fucking statue.
Let's separate the legend from what he actually said.
So what he actually said was factually correct.
How is it factually correct? When
we ain't going to win nothing with Odegaard. We ain't going to win nothing with this manager. And guess what? We ain't won fuck all.
Arteta told you that the players picked Odegaard. That's what he told you.
Yeah,
how is he putting the same
factually
correct?
We had the most points in the last 3 years. That's
in all fairness, Arteta will say, "Oh." Well, let me try and find what I need to find.
That's the point. The management, cool. He was shit. However, this manager is shit and won one trophy more than him and managed longer than him. And Tony Adams, hold up, wait a minute. Tony Adams was one of the greatest players ever to play for our club, and respect the statue outside that ground, yeah? This manager could manage till he's 255 years old. He will never, ever, ever, ever win what Tony Adams won as a player, let alone as a fucking manager. He's won one trophy as a manager, which is...
What's this got to do with what he said?
See, that's what you do. You deflect. Yeah, my point is...
You're not deflecting. What's this got to do with what he said?
I'm not deflecting. He was talking facts and you got your feelings, bro.
Listen, I didn't get my feelings. What are you talking about? Tony Adams got 3 of my bedrooms. What are you talking about?
Tony Adams has a statue. Where's Mikel Arteta's statue at any club he's played for?
Why do you keep talking about Arteta? What are you talking about? I'm saying to you, he says that he thinks Odegaard, right, he should take it, right, should be captain. And I'm saying, I understand why Odegaard is captain, because obviously there's things we don't see. What I'm saying is clear as day. But
you don't see the process because the process is clapped.
Oh, brother. All right. Let's someone else talk.
Egal's muted, right? Yeah, it's got the most PR. This one.
Whatever Tony Adams says to you can be right to you. That's up to you. That's how you feel.
That guy is fucking Mr.
All right. Has Tony Adams ever been wrong to you?
No, because he's Mr. Arsenal.
He's never been wrong. He can't be wrong to you.
No, because he
won trophies. There we go. That's the hard.
Right. Tony Adams can never be wrong in Lee Gunner's eyes. If a gang of people think the same thing, yeah, and anybody else who's not in the gang says, well, actually, I think Tony Adams was wrong about X. And they all say, you can't say that, mate, because he's captain of this club and won all these trophies. Doesn't that sound like a cult? I need somebody to help me out. I need somebody to help me out. I had to capsule out a lot of things. You disrespect Wenger, though, and he has a statue as well. This is what I mean. You can call out the inconsistencies now. You know what I mean? You can call out the inconsistencies. Fanzone is such a top gooner. Don't know about that Lee Gunner. Now this is the part I want to get to, but it's towards the end of the stream. So yeah. Anyways,
so he can't be wrong.
No, he's not. No, he can't be wrong because you know why? He's won trophies at my football club as captain. Yeah, he's given me some of the greatest moments of my life.
So's Vieira.
Yeah, guess what? Which is why I'll never slag him off. Manu Petit as well. Thierry Henry as well.
But people, I know there'll be people slagging off Tony Adams. Yeah, but that's not what we're talking about. People just have a difference of opinion on what he said. People don't agree of the timing. Like D doesn't agree with the timing of what Tony Adams was saying about Odegaard and everything like that. I don't think that's disrespectful. I don't think that D was wrong or anybody else was wrong for saying I don't think it was appropriate for Tony Adams to come out and say that at this moment in time. I don't disagree with anything Tony Adams said, and I don't disagree with the timing because these players should have been good enough to get us over the line these past few seasons, win something, yeah. But when you start creeping into the realm of you can't question Adams, mate, because he did all this for the club, that's where you start to lose me. Because that's cult-like type behavior. You know what I mean? Because when people have those kind of loyalties to certain players at this club, he will be the first to rip into them for them, essentially, yeah, wanting to suck off the player. You know what I mean? So that's where I am with it.
And guess what? Every time these players come out and mention this manager in a slightly negative light, yeah, all of a sudden everyone goes in.
The thing is, yeah, I don't know. In fact, let me rewind it so you all can hear what Egal just said.
Yeah. It's a meltdown. So in a spot every time, giving me some of the greatest moments of my life.
So's Vieira.
Yeah, guess what? Which is why I'll never slag him off. Manu Petit as well. Thierry Henry as well. And guess what? Every time these players come out and mention this manager in a slightly negative light, yeah, all of a sudden everyone.
Have you noticed how Lee Gunner's glossing over what Egal was saying? Because he can hear him. I know he can hear him. Because anything else Egal said, Lee will stop in his tracks and address what he just said. Notice how he's glossing over what Egal's saying. Listen to what Egal's saying.
Won trophies at my football club as captain. Yeah, he's given me some of the greatest moments of my life.
So's Vieira.
Yeah, guess what? Which is why I'll never slag him off. Manu Petit as well. Thierry Henry as well. And guess what? Every time these players come out and mention this manager in a slightly negative light, yeah, all of a sudden everyone goes into meltdown and says, "Oh, he's jealous of Arteta." Why is Thierry Henry jealous of Arteta? Thierry Henry's right about this manager more often than not.
Wait, what?
Oh, you're going to play the...
So he's completely glossed over Egal saying you slag off Ian Wright all the time. Now, we know that Ian Wright is part of some payroll team because he's there to be toxic positive, essentially, compared to some others that will call out directly what the problem is or whatever. Yeah. But Egal was right. You slag off Ian Wright all the time. And he's won X amount for this club. He was there same time as Tony Adams. He was there at the same time. You know, he was in the same team. You know what I mean? But he went straight to Henry because maybe he heard the last bit of what Egal said. But he didn't directly address the whole thing with what do you call it? With Ian Wright.
The clip where we say he's a great manager. Yeah, play the video. Please play it and watch the last 30 seconds. Play it, Dan. Please play it and watch the last 30 seconds. Hold up, motherfucker.
Gunner, calm down, because what he said in that thing is, should Arteta be sacked? He said no.
Right. So the on the stream is where he plays the video, but on this video, obviously it's cut the video short, so they've just played the clip of what Lee was talking about.
Oh, do you think you're going to win the league? He said yes. But you're telling me that... Wait, just 1 second. So do you think Henry can be wrong?
Henry's never wrong.
Oh, so Arteta should not be sacked then?
Yeah, keep him for as long as you want.
No.
Nah, this is where he's been caught now. This is where he's been caught.
Gotcha, bitch.
This is where he's been caught now. Listen to this.
Should Arteta be sacked? He said no. Do you think you're going to win the league? He said yes. But you're telling me that... Wait, just 1 second. So do you think Henry can be wrong?
Henry's never wrong.
Oh,
So Henry is never wrong. Yeah? So remember, guys, Tony Adams is always right. Can't be wrong. He's won trophies for this club and he has a statue. Henry has won trophies for this club and he has a statue. But Henry said, do I think Arteta... he don't think Arteta should be sacked, and he does think that he can win the league. So Lee now is backed into a corner. He now has to follow up his logic. So now what he's doing is he's going to fall back into his sarcasm that he's been talking about. The sarcasm that he claimed was in the clip of him being toxic positive when it was all cap.
Stop the cap.
So now he has to go along with it now.
Arteta should not be sacked then.
Yeah, keep him for as long as you want.
No, I don't want your sarcasm. Don't be sarcastic. Should he be sacked or not? Because Henry said he shouldn't be sacked. So should he be sacked?
My personal opinion, yes.
So to you,
hold up, D. TT's always right. Yeah. Now go and Gal has all these clips. Now go and find the clip, yeah, of him on CBS when he's discussing the manager.
Stay on topic.
You say this all the time. Stay on topic. We're on topic.
In that clip, he said that Arteta should stay. And I'm telling you, do you think he should stay? You said no.
By the way.
So Henry, you think
you go on mute if you're not talking, yeah, because I can just hear background.
So Henry, you think Henry is wrong, right?
No, I don't agree with what Henry's saying.
Oh, is it? You can disagree with legends. Statue outside the club.
No.
He's got a statue outside the club. You can't disagree with him. How dare you disagree?
Guess what? Thierry Henry knows this guy's a scrub.
Sorry, but being caught out here.
Gotcha, bitch.
Being caught out here. I mean, he's been caught.
Pokeball, go!
Yeah, there's no hiding from that now. Oh, there's no hiding from that. Come on now. Oh, no. There's no hiding that. Come on now. You know what I mean? You have to hold that and just say, look, maybe legends can be wrong. You know what I mean? Maybe they can be wrong. You know what I mean? This conversation pushed the Arsenal fans and the narrative to the max. I hate that. I mean, every fan base has delusion in the fan bases and stuff, but it's end of the day. If fans are gonna just be deluded all the time or whatever, whichever ones are being on here, whatever, it is what it is. Just know they've got nowhere to hide if this manager fails to succeed.
Chew outside the club.
Yes.
Fantastic. Don't disagree with him.
What did he say?
Anyways, so this is actually what I want to get onto. Actually,
well, I want to start asking. I've got 25 questions for Egal. Yeah, based off of his.
I want to get to the one where he talks about Wenger.
And definitely coming to Arsenal. Oh yeah, he wouldn't be able to win the league with a billion Sanchez. He signed up to
2013, 14.
20 when? Again?
2013 onwards.
2013 onwards.
When he walked in the building from Duffy and Lucas.
He won the league. Your words. Was he in the single bed, the double king size, the double queen size? Like, what are we doing here?
That one, man.
Yeah. Was he staying in a hostel? Like, what's happening here? Right, carry on. Yeah. Current Wenger wouldn't win this league with £1 billion spent. Your words.
Yeah, I agree with Egal. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. One thing I agree with Egal on was that take. I know some people might look at this and think, you might think we've gone too far.
Hey, you ain't going too goddamn far now.
Nope. I get why people would think that he would. But like you, I can explain why I also don't think he would. And I've explained it already anyway, but it was brought up, but let's hear what's been said here.
No, I just said I don't know. I never said that.
You don't know if Wenger would win the league with £1 billion.
I said,
are you mad? He won the league with fucking next to no money spent against the greatest manager ever to manage football teams.
When he was given money, he signed Xhaka, Mustafi, and Lucas Perez. So
he also signed Vieira, Petit, Aubameyang, Thierry Henry, Bobby Perez.
Now we can't do that. Listen to what just happened.
Yeah, we name.
I want you guys to listen to what's just happened there. Right? Let's go back.
Hostel. Like, what's happening here? Unspent. Your words.
No, I just said I don't know. I never said that.
You don't know if Wenger would win the league with £1 billion.
I said,
are you mad? He won the league with fucking next to no money spent against the greatest manager ever to manage football teams.
When he was given money.
Now, the topic was about current Wenger wouldn't win the league with £1 billion. And his rebuttal, Lee Gunner's rebuttal for that is basically going on what Wenger did in the early 2000s. That mindset was exactly why Wenger stayed so long, because people looked at what he did in his early days. So that logic doesn't make sense with how he wanted Wenger, like me and everybody else. It's not consistent with him wanting Wenger out when he did, because he did this in the early 2000s. And Egal spoke about today's Wenger today. He didn't speak about Wenger in the early 2000s wouldn't do it. In the late 90s, he didn't speak about that Wenger, because there's two different Wengers. There's the Wenger that was ruthless, and then there's the Wenger that just, as soon as competition came in the Premier League, he just couldn't handle it. You know what I mean? But he moved straight to what Wenger did in the early. Oh, you're thinking of Bergkamp on the signing. He moved straight to what Wenger's best days with that. And when he left, look, you know what I mean? Look how it panned out. What a goal, Lucas Paqueta. Oh, it's Chelsea. Is it Chelsea West Ham tonight, isn't it? But yeah, listen on some more.
He signed Xhaka, Mustafi, and Lucas Perez. So
he also signed Vieira, Petit, Aubameyang, Thierry Henry, Bobby Pires. Yeah, we name all the players. So
what just happened?
Campbell.
Stop it. I'm not.
What just happened? Hold on. Let me just put this in my phone. You guys can't hear anything, can you?
Talking about Arsene Wenger when he walked in the building.
Wait, can you guys hear?
Talking about Arsene Wenger after he's been here for almost 20 years, and the guy was about.
So what year do we take it from? What year do we take it from then?
I'm taking it from like.
You guys hear this video?
20. What do you call it?
2010.
Let me know if you guys can hear the video, because for some reason my TV went off.
Onwards.
2013, 14.
20 when? Again?
2013 onwards.
2013 onwards.
20.
Yeah, Petit. Yeah, Aubameyang.
Hear it? I can't hear it. Hold on, and I'll do. Right.
Thierry Henry, Bobby Pires. Yeah, we name all the players. So Campbell.
Stop it. I'm not talking about Arsene Wenger when he walked in the building from Japan. I'm talking about Arsene Wenger after he's been here for almost 20 years, and the guy was about.
So what year do we take it from? What year do we take it from then?
So again, as I said, guys, Egal was speaking about Wenger today wouldn't win the league with £1 billion. That's his opinion, and I agree with it. Yeah. Lee Gunner tried to rebuttal that with talking about what Wenger did in Wenger's best years in the early career of his managerial time at Arsenal. Anyways,
I'm taking it from like 20. What do you call it?
2010
onwards.
2013, 14.
20 when? Again?
2013 onwards.
2013 onwards. Okay, cool. So he signed Mesut Ozil that summer. Yeah, 2nd of September 2013. Yeah, man was getting whacked on the head with a dildo outside the ground. Yeah, we then signed Alexis Sanchez. He signed Aubameyang. Yeah, we could carry on, by the way. And you're talking about.
Yep, and he didn't win a single league title with those players. He didn't win a single league title with those players. Did he win? Did he win some trophies? Yeah, he did. Won the FA Cups, Community Shields, if you want to count them. He lost the league to Leicester with those players he just named. Does the Wenger of the early 2000s lose a league title to Leicester City? First 8 years, brilliant. But the majority of his time here is essentially why we're wanting him gone, really, when you think about it. So, if we were to go take a trip down memory lane, Fergie was the man in the Premier League. Wenger came along and he held his own against him. Yeah. Soon as Mourinho came, couldn't touch a league title since. Then more competition came in. Your Ancelotti's came in. Your Pellegrini's came in. Your Mancini's came in. Your Conte's came in. Your Klopps came in. Your Pep's came in. Still couldn't touch a league title. Ranieri came back, won a league title on his head top. So yes, give Wenger today £1 billion. He still doesn't win the league because he's got to come against Slot. He's got to come against Pep. You see, the old Wenger of the early Wenger, early Arsenal Wenger, he'd hold his own against Pep. Just like he did against Fergie. But when all said and done, when there's more competition in the league, literally showed us, I can't handle this. This is too much. You give Wenger £1 billion and nobody else is spending, like I said, yeah, he will win the league. But if everybody else can spend money too, just like today, what they are doing, nope. But let's listen on.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't be able to win the league with £1 billion. Oh, I don't know if he could win it. Look at the players he was signing. Yes, he's had duds. Let's not forget this manager's had duds. Yeah, what's Fabio Vieira doing, bro? Because he cost the same as Tajani.
Now let's not gloss over the duds. Yeah, he signed Ozil, he signed Sanchez, he signed Cazorla, he signed all these players. Nazare, he signed all these players. Yeah. Still couldn't win the league title. Still couldn't give us a Leicester moment. Still lost a League Cup final to Birmingham. You know what I mean? Leicester won. Like, that is the biggest thing. Leicester won the league on our head top. We had Giroud, Podolski, Cazorla, Ozil, Sanchez. We had them man in this team. And Wenger couldn't win that a league title. Couldn't even, not the season after, he couldn't even do it then. Conte came in, almost won a double. He couldn't handle Pellegrini, couldn't handle Mourinho, couldn't handle, what's his name, Ancelotti. Couldn't handle Ranieri. That backs me up as to why I'm saying we won't win the league today with £1 billion. That backs me up. Because, I'm sorry, who's Pellegrini now? What's he doing now? He walked into this league and won an EFL Cup and a Premier League on his first attempt. He walked into this and did that. While Wenger's still here. Mancini took him what? His first season, he won the FA Cup. And then the next season, he won the league. You know what I mean? Ancelotti, first attempt, won the double. Mourinho, first attempt, EFL Cup and Premier League double. Conte, Premier League, first attempt. You know what I think Wenger would have done with £1 billion today? I think he'd three-peat an FA Cup. He'd three-peat the FA Cup. I think he'd be the first manager in history to three-peat an FA Cup. I think he'd have done that. You know what I mean? Because I think Wenger would have been that good. You know what I mean? He'd at least have done that. Three-peat an FA Cup. It's not like he hasn't been three-peat FA Cup finalist. We done that. But I think he would have three-peated. He would have retained an FA Cup. Because FA Cup, he was better at winning those than he was a league title. And his record proves it. Yeah? Even in his later years, FA Cups is what he could win. EFL Cups, didn't like them. Don't know what it is. FA Cups, yeah. So yeah, we'd have more FA Cup. We'd probably run away in terms of our record with FA Cups if he was still here. I ain't gonna lie. League title, I don't think so. I can only go by what backs me up. That's all I can go by. So Egal said nothing wrong.
Right, this brother. Yeah. What is Runnerson doing right now? What is Ramsdale doing right now?
Why are we talking about Runnerson?
No, because you're mentioning all the duds that this manager signed from then onwards.
I never mentioned anything. I just simply said, I don't know. Give Arsene Wenger the money.
You gave me a year. You gave me a year, 2000.
Yeah, the thing is, Egal gave you a year of it's the Wenger from 2013 onwards. That Wenger doesn't win the league title today with £1 billion. He never spoke of anything about transfers. The transfers were brought in because Lee Gunner brought up the transfers of who we signed. But what's missing is, well, we still didn't win the league even anyway. We still didn't win the league, even with those players. You know what I mean? So if anything, that even that in itself backs up Egal's opinion, really. You see what I'm saying?
13. Yeah, because you said about duds. This guy's had more duds in a shorter space of time than Wenger did in his first 6 years and his last 6 years. We signed the Bamiyang, mate.
You're completely off. The whole point was around Wolfie sitting there and saying, Arsene Wenger at his worst.
But I did my match preview. I just decided to do some reactions. That's how we got here. That's how we got here. But I'm going to end it soon anyway.
He's still better than Arteta.
Well, he is. He won 3 trophies in his last 5 years.
And I'm like, I'm not talking about a 5-year span. I'm not talking about a 3-year span. I'm simply talking about Arsene Wenger at the end of his time. Was not
the same span that Arteta's had.
Was not the manager. Was not the manager who's going to get you results in today's football. He was
fantastic. Let's carry on. Cool. Well, he won 3.
I think that's. I was gonna go on the whole. The League Cup is the same as the Champions League. I mean, the thing is about the whole thing about the League Cup the same as Champions League because they're both. In fact, I'll play, and then we'll just go from there.
I can't lie, man. I'm kind of optimistic about Leeds, man. I'm saying 4-1 Arsenal. I hear you lot's points about it.
Oops, that's the wrong one, I think. Oh no, it's the same one.
I can't lie, man. I'm kind of optimistic about Leeds, man. I'm saying 4-1 Arsenal. I hear you lot's points about Presley's bag. Attention turns on.
2 quick goals in the game. We need to gain some confidence. We're at home. Former Ballon d'Or winner Rodri. He just had
cool. Talking around like this with the season tickets back pocket.
His football was dreadful, though.
No.
I would also pick the Champions League because we've never. Johnson 11. Then pick Declan Rice over Tony Kroos. Odegaard over Mod. Picked him, no debate. Vinny Junior's in that team. You said Declan Rice defensive midfielder.
Forget my kids' birthdays, but I never forget. Man said that, bro.
League Cup and Champions League.
In the Champions League, who's the better team?
No, nobody cares.
I'll never forget that, fam. I forget my kids' birthdays, but I never forget. Man said that.
Oh, he said it already.
League Cup and Champions.
Fried, bruv.
Man said the League Cup and Champions League in the same bracket. What do we do?
Yeah, you said.
Sorry for you, Gal.
All right, when Kenny's done, can I just ask the panel question? Can I just ask one or two? We don't need to do it. Kenny, we know your answer. We know your answer. Everybody else.
Champions League.
It's Champions League or the Prem now. Everyone has to pick one. I ain't saying
Champions League.
If we win the champ, we have a good chance of Super.
So this must be the case of the League Cup being a set. What trophy was Arsenal fans rather win out of the league and the Champions League? Personally, I'd probably choose the league. The league is everything, man. The Champions League, people care more about how many league titles they win than they do how many Champions Leagues they win. Because as soon as you win the Champions League, all you do then is just brag on all the teams that have never won it. That's all people do. You know what I mean? I've said this before, yeah? All these teams, all these people that support teams that have won the Champions League, they don't give a shit how many times they've won it. All they care about is that they have done it before. Bare minimum. That's all they care about. You know what I mean? That's why they don't mind trolling teams like Arsenal hard because we've never won it. Yeah? But they don't care about... like I said, name me a club, apart from Real Madrid, name me a club who is putting their manager, whose fans is putting their manager's neck on the line if they don't win the Champions League this season. Name that club of fans who's doing that. I guarantee you ain't got a name. Guarantee you ain't talking about, City fans are saying if Pep don't win Champions League, mate, then you should go. That doesn't exist. You know what I mean? That does not exist. Nobody is saying if Slot don't win the Champions League, he has to go. No, that doesn't exist. Nobody's saying that because nobody cares about whether they're going to win it or not. Because they'll be thankful for getting to a final at least. Because people go into the Champions League season it might like a lottery basically. It might happen, it might not. The league is everything. The league is what everybody's saying. Oh, maybe we might win the league. Maybe The only time the Champions League was obsessed is by clubs that never won it. When Chelsea hadn't won one, that was their obsession. As soon as they did it, it wasn't a thing anymore where it's like, I'm sacking if you don't win it. It's only a thing to sack a manager for not winning it if that was all he had left and he had a shit season. You know what I mean? Nobody cares. You know what I mean? That's why I say, if we win the Champions League one time, yeah, but then going forward, we just keep winning league titles here and there, other cups here and there. Oh, but we haven't won a Champions League for a while. We're not going to hold the manager to a ransom if we haven't won the Champions League. We're not. Because we're just going to be happy that we've got one. And we can say we've got one. The only thing now would be that teams would start teasing us for how many times they've won it compared to us. I mean, nobody cares about the Champions League like that. They just care about talking about teams that have never won it. That's all they care about. That's all they want to care about. As soon as they've done it, well, we've done it now. You know what I mean? Anyways.
Okay, cool. The Super Cup, yeah?
Nah, I just want to win the Champions.
Should we go through your tweets about Super Cup?
Lee, man.
Yeah, exactly. This guy's rattled, bro.
Hey, Lee, come on, bro.
You can't keep saying
Lee, don't be like that.
Oh, yeah. Should we go through your tweets about the Super Cup?
We just need to win it once.
Hey, he's already done.
We just need to win it once. And then all the season stops. I miss your comments. It's Phil talking about comparing Wenger winning now. I would bet Ferguson won't win shit now either, for real. There, I said it. Boom. Yeah. Ferguson will struggle. I think he struggle against some of these lot. To be fair, I ain't gonna lie. You gotta win the Champions League though. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm picking Champions League over the league if I had a choice because they won't done it. Yeah, I get that. But I don't know. The league for me is that's it's everything because, like I said before, although the Champions League is very prestigious and everything like that, it is still a cup competition. The league is like 38 games, consistent, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? That's what makes winning the league and the cup so sexy because you've done that and you took a cup at the same time. You know what I mean? But I get people saying the Champions League. I get it. I just personally think. I don't know. I just personally think the league. You know, out of the two, if I had to choose, I think I'd choose the league. We must enter the land of the giants. We have to. We can't. We're too. Where it's almost like we look over 18, but we're still under 18, but we're in clubs with everybody that's over 18. And I look over 18, but I'm not. And it's like if I get ID'd, I'm fucked. That's what it feels like. You know what I mean? Then if we win the Champions League just one time in the next 10 years and we win the Premier League 5 times after, fam. You know what I mean? Chilling. Because nobody able to talk about, oh, you won Champions League, and they can't do that. And then we can stack up league titles. You know what I mean? You know, if somebody told me in the next 20 years you'll only win one Champions League, but you'll win more league titles than you'll win Champions League, I'm happy with that. Like I said, nobody cares about how many times a Champions League's won. They only care when they want to flex on a team that either hasn't won it before or maybe hasn't won it as much times. Otherwise, nobody's caring. Just like nobody's caring about, oh, I've won more League Cups than you, I've won more FA Cups than you. They don't really care. The league title's more of everything. That's why, as I said, it's non-existent for a fan base to want to hound the manager out because he didn't win the Champions League this season. So non-existent. I don't know if Andy's still in here, but if Andy's still in here, he can tell me. Yeah. If he's still in here, yeah, you support AC Milan and you man have won the Champions League 7 times. I've never heard of your fan base hounding out a manager because he didn't win the 8th one for us. You know what I mean? Like I said, the Champions League is like a lottery ticket. You're not going to bitch and moan if your lottery didn't come through. Yeah? Champions League, you can get knocked out in the group, well, not group stages anymore, but you can get knocked out in the knockouts, or you might not make it from the league phase, blah, blah, blah. It's not the end of the world unless that was the only thing you had left. Yeah? Because what people will say, I can concentrate on the league. That's what people say. Like I said, there's no fan base out there rioting because the manager didn't win as a Champions League. We haven't won a Champions League for a long time. I'm not even seeing Villa fans talking about we need to get back in the Champions League to win it. You know what I mean? Their manager's happy just to be in it. I'm telling you, they don't care. Forest fans will happily die out on we won 2 Champions Leagues in a row. They'll happily die out on that. They don't care about trying to win it today. They don't care. You know what I mean? They care about the Champions League when they want to say Arsenal fans, you've never won it before, mate. That's when they care. You know what I mean? That's when they care. So we're saying Super League better way, judging from some comments. The Super League that they tried to cook up. That's that. All this changing the Champions League, changing it to league form, and trying to worm the way in. You know what I mean? It used to become giant review of the game for me, Champions League. And monkeys are far back. I get it. The nation's title is best for banter. We can win the next 5 league titles in a row, but fans will still troll us about where's your CL. So yeah, I'm picking in CL all day. Prestige enough as well to claim. Yeah, it's one of those. It's a bit like a 2-ended sword, a little bit, because you could take more league titles, but if you ain't got the Champions League, rival fans can just still say, "Yeah, won that before." You know what I mean? That's why for me, if someone said you're going to win it one time, if somebody said in your lifetime you're going to win it once, all right. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, the Champions League don't come around very often for a lot of these clubs. Yeah? A lot of these clubs that have won it before, they'll go a big gap before winning it again, typically. Yeah? Claim it just that one time. That's it. You know what I mean? Let's see how much PSG fans are going to be raging if they don't win the Champions League this season. Let's say if they get knocked out the quarterfinals or something. You know what I mean? Because I guarantee you, if PSG keep winning their league titles, yeah, but they don't win the Champions Leagues, they won't care. All they'll think is, we won Champions League. That's why I say fans don't care about the Champions League once it's been won. So I do get Arsenal fans wanting the Champions League. I do get it. It's just that the way the fans talk about it, you think to yourself, it's just a status thing. It becomes just a status thing. That's why I feel like if we were to ever see Arsenal win it, finally, as happy as I'll be, if we just win that and not the league at the same time, I just feel like it takes some of the hype away. I genuinely do. I think if we were to win the Champions League just on its own, yeah, I think not winning the league with it takes some of its hype away. Because it's like, okay, we've got the status now that we're European champions and we can say that. We've got that now. Now what? Now what's next? You know what I mean? That's why I was saying before about if we take both at the same time, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Because both to me, that would be like a golden Champions League trophy, basically. That's what it feel like. It just, you know. That's why if we were to win our first Champions League, I want it to be that we won the league title with it. You know what I mean? The only fan base that gets upset about not winning Champions League, yeah, Real Madrid. It's only Real Madrid. That's why I said apart from Real Madrid, because I know they get upset about it. It's everything to them. It's the only fan, the team that's won the most, and the fans. It's everything to them. Everybody else, yeah, probably say Bayern, give a shit about it a little bit more. But otherwise, like I said, if PSG keep winning the League One, yeah, the fans are not going to be like, we need Champions League, mate. We need They're not going to do that. They ain't going to be saying that. Because they can say to other teams, especially the other teams in France, they can say to other teams in France, apart from Marseille, we won Champions League and you won. They can say that. And that's all they'll give a shit about. Like I said, Champions League is a lottery ticket to these teams. If you win the lottery one time, you're good. You're probably not ever going to play one again. If you win millions, you're probably not. Because you've done your bit now. Well, that's what the Champions League is like. When it comes to domestic trophies, it's them are the ones that people want to stack up. It still upsets me that we aren't stacked up League Cups. That upsets me. Imagine if we had 8 more League Cups than what we already have. That would have put us on 10. Yeah, that's 8 more trophies added to the 49 that we've won. We'd be nearly touching 60 trophies. The League Cups is holding us back as well. Believe it or not, that's holding us back because that is surely easier to win than a European trophy. Yet it's equally as hard. Yeah, we have to. But yeah, both or even treble. That's what I mean. I'll never be Arteta in unless he's doing that for me. Both of Chelsea's came when they were champions of the UK and far from it. That hurt enough. Yeah, you know. As bad as the one league. So yeah. I don't want to talk about them bastards, but I want us to be in that form of being champions of England at the same time, man.
Down like 17-0. Let him go.
Man said I'm down 17-0. You've been fried, bruv.
Man said the League Cup and Champions League in the same bracket. What are we doing?
You said let's not compare Champions Leagues. Let's do a combined 11. Then pick Declan Rice over Toni Kroos, Odegaard over Modric.
Our team back then. What are you talking about?
Okay, cool. Shall I play the clip? Dan, before we go, I'm going to send you a clip. Please play it. Yeah, Declan Rice, by the way. No debate. Big one, Ben White.
When we played each other over 2 legs in the Champions
League birthdays, man. I never forget man said that, bro.
League Cup and Champions League, yeah, that's
League Cup.
Johnson's paint trophy. Johnson's paint trophy. What about that on Champions League?
and so, yeah, but we're not in that league, bro. If I to answer DJ's question, I would pick the league. Do you know why I picked the league? Do you know what? If I had to pick a league or a Champions League.
Wait, you picked the league over the Champions League?
Yeah, do you know why? Because that means you'll be consistent over the entire fucking season. Right? However, I would also pick the Champions League because we've never won one, bro.
You're consistent throughout the whole season.
You're consistently fucking losing.
Forget all of that Champions League. We ain't done that Champions League.
Yeah, we didn't win the fucking league.
Yo, listen to this.
What clip am I playing, by the way?
I'm going to send it to you right now, Dan, yeah? Yeah, you got to play this. Toni Kroos was in the team. Modric was in the team. He picked Declan Rice here. Right back in the world, bro.
Vinny was it?
No, he wasn't.
Egal, you get too.
No, he wasn't.
You get too twisted into
11.
Yeah, but that's
Let's
not
not
like
come Champions League.
Bro,
Let's
you
do a
better
combined
stay
11.
on the winning argument, which is League Cup and Champions League. Why you better stay on the winning argument?
No. We're talking about let's not do combined.
I know, because you're killing him with that, but I don't know why you're not. You need to get back differently, bro.
Just go and win a trophy and prove us all wrong, Arteta.
Thank you. My hatred for this manager is less than my want to win.
It's not like we're gonna win a trophy in August.
Yeah, well, guess what? He ain't gonna win one in fucking
We
May
were saying
either.
that last year, though, wasn't it? We were saying
Right, there's a part where Lee explains. I don't. He might have done it already, actually. Where obviously they're talking about the League Cup and the Champions League, and it's like they're calling him out on the fact that he's pretty much put them in the same bracket because of both trophies. I just want to get to that bit.
Bruce was mumbling.
Am I a lawyer? Am I holding me up?
I feel like 50 Cent, bro.
Every single fan said we don't want Madueke. The club doesn't give it.
Your player deserves. The player wears the.
I think we've gone past it. Let me go back here.
Okay, cool. The Super Cup, yeah.
Nah, I just want to win the champ.
Should we go through your
stream? Yeah, when Lee said, Lee said, "Is a League Cup is the same as a Champions League." They have
Yeah. He said that. Still, he said
that's
that.
a trophy. Let me ask you this then, Strixo. Let me rebuttal that.
Go on,
let me ask you this. Yeah.
Go on.
Cool. Would you have taken the League Cup this season?
No.
Would you have celebrated that, and would you be happy with a League Cup this season? Just
of course, I'll be happy with a League Cup.
Okay, cool. Would you be happy? Hold up.
Go
would you be happy with a Champions League last season?
Of course, I would be.
Cool. Guess what? Yeah, trophies are the same, bruv. Yeah, you can't.
Now I get what Lee was trying to say. Yeah, I get what he was saying. Because end of the day, if we see us win the EFL Cup or if we see us win the Champions League, we're going to be doing the same thing. But, yeah. And let me just, let's not kid ourselves. The Champions League is what we choose to win over the League Cup any day. And the celebration for the Champions League over the EFL Cup is going to be insane. Yeah. So while it's the same in terms of the both trophies, the magnitude of it is different. Now, stacking up trophies, whether it's the EFL Cup or the Champions League, you are still adding to your trophy count. Yes. But we can't just blanketly state that it's the both trophies, therefore they're the same, because end of the day, the magnitude of them, nobody's picking the League Cup over the Champions League. They're not. Now, it's a different conversation if you're saying take one Champions League and win nothing for the next 10 years, or take 10 EFL Cups, winning one every single year. That's a different story. Because you'll get people divided on that. Some would say, well, I want 10 more trophies. Some would say, well, I just want the Champions League. But when it's a case of comparing them both and saying, well, you'd celebrate both, you know full well the celebration is going to be a different level. It's going to be a different level. Total different level. You know what I mean? Can you imagine us lifting the Champions League? It's going to hit different. Versus us lifting the EFL Cup. In all fairness, us lifting the EFL Cup, it should hit hard anyway, because we haven't done that since '93. But we can't be doing that, Lee. We can't be doing that.
Prove your point.
No, that's a big. That's a why. That's a big why. That's how bad that was.
No, it's not a why. That's a big. You just go Carney. You just go carnival and leave me alone, please.
I don't even know how he proves his point with that. I don't even know.
In all fairness, Lee thought he ate with that point, but that point did not stick at all, as these called out. Like, they're the both trophies, but fam, it's one. Like I said, it's one thing saying win the Champions League one time and say don't win anything for the next 10 years after, or win the EFL Cup for the next 10 seasons. That's another thing. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it here. because this has been a long match preview, which turned into a reaction. I might have to do this more often. Just make my match previews and then add some reactions behind it. But I'll timestamp it. I think I need to rename this video anyway. But anyways, big up to all yous in the chat. Big up to every single one of yous. And if I might do a watch along for the game, I might do. So I'll see. If not, then I'll be back for the match reaction to where hopefully we have taken care of Leeds with ease. And yeah, anyways, let me just, before I go, has there been any development on Eze yet? Any 2-2-bit development? Let me check. Let me check on the iPad and see what I'm going on these streets. Oh dear. So the Forest owners called an emergency meeting to discuss Nuno's future. And Ange Postecoglou were in direct contact. Imagine Ange Postecoglou at what do you call it? At Forest. Jesus. Medical for him being done already, apparently. If that's the case. And that's for you Spurs fans.
You idiot! You silly boys!
Yeah, so yeah, I'm seeing it here. Set to undergo medical and all that. That was 11 hours ago, though, to be fair. So yeah, should be getting done today. And then Coca-Cola's set to become Arsenal official soft drink partner. We're doing everything but win trophies, aren't we? But anyways, guys. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Part of me was thinking I might have to, add him to my intro or outro to the channel, because that crash out was epic. Jesus. In fact, let me I mean, it wouldn't hurt if I was to check it out. Am I subscribed to him? I don't know if I'm subscribed. Yeah, I'm subscribed to him. Wait.
And the team that have always retained an interest in Eze had not moved for Eze. For whatever reason, they left the door slightly ajar. You'd think a sensible club says, this team's bigger than me. This team's better than me. This team still hasn't made their move. This team are looking like they might not make their move. Let me get in there, steal a march on that player, move quickly, move correctly, get the deal done. Get the deal done and put an offer that the club, the selling club simply cannot refuse, irrespective of where it puts them as far as their squad building is concerned. We had an opportunity to do that, right? We had an opportunity to do that. Don't care what anyone tells me. The deal was there to be done. Just like the deal was there to be done last summer. Just like the deal was there to be done right at the start of the window before Arsenal came in. Cool. Why the fuck am I seeing Spurs are trying to include Richarlison in a deal to move to Crystal Palace just to try and sign Wissa? Are you fucking dumb? Your house isn't in order. You have not patterned or secured the best player you could have signed this summer. And that's a fact. You look at the players who signed this window. I love Kudus.
I don't know his twin brother's name. I don't know his twin brother's name because I was getting confused. I saw his twin brother on AFTV, right? And then I'm seeing him, like I'm seeing him in Tottenham shirts, and I'm thinking to myself, but I've seen him on AFTV. Why is he on AFTV? Why is he talking about? Why is he wearing Arsenal stuff, talking about our games? And then I thought, well, it must be a twin or something then. And then it turns out that he is a twin. I only found out recently that they were twins. That he had a twin. Because I'm thinking, I seen his face on AFTV, but then when I'm seeing him on his own account, he's a Tottenham fan. So I was like, what the hell's going on? I don't know what happened there. You know, you got twin brothers and one supports Arsenal, one supports Tottenham. I don't know. You know what? Credit to Tapintobs, right? Yeah. I don't know how old they are, but he's had to watch his brother, the Arsenal fan, the one with sense. He had to watch him celebrate Arsenal winning trophies in recent times. Way more often than what he has done. And he still backs Spurs. You got to give him that.
Mateus Tell, good prospect. Takai, I don't know what he's on. But the point I'm making is this, and I don't care if you can't hear it because it's windy. I'm sorry. I'm fuming. The point I'm making is he is by far and away, or was. It's a was now. It's not is. It's a fucking was. He was by far and away the most outstanding candidate. This stupid club have had me. I recorded a video. Shame on me. The joke's on me. The joke's on me. Because I saw that Paul O'Keefe news yesterday. I said, oh, wow. You know what? Normally, I don't let my guard down. Normally.
Anyways, this one, I haven't seen this one. I actually haven't seen this one. I don't know why it's showing the red down there. Unless I fell asleep and something. But I haven't actually seen this one.
Day one.
Oops.
Day one of missing out on Eze.
Actually, no. I might have listened to it. I think I might have listened to this, actually.
To Arsenal. I'm still vexed.
Wait.
I'm still vexed. You know The Simpsons? You know The Simpsons when Homer Simpson...
Oh, yeah, I've listened to this. It's just that I haven't watched it.
is so angry at Bart, yeah, and he grabs Bart and just that's how I'm feeling right now. The dust hasn't settled. I'm still vexed. I didn't go to sleep until 2:30 a.m. this morning. I couldn't stop thinking about this deal. They told me, oh, when the Morgan Gibbs White deal broke down. Yeah, I was angry about that one. I was embarrassed, of course. But when I came on here and I said, we don't have to make this more of a bigger deal than it is by moving on, they told me I was copium. That wasn't copium, that was facts. Because as I said at the time, and I'll say now, Morgan Gibbs White, good player, probably would have added quality to our team. Emotional. But I'm not losing sleep over not signing Morgan Gibbs White. I am losing sleep over not signing Eze. I'll tell you that for free. I am literally losing sleep over not signing Eberechi Eze.
Man said he's losing sleep, you know.
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh my goodness. Jesus.
You don't know the impact, the significance of this deal for me as a Spurs fan and for our club in terms of our aspirations on the football pitch, in terms of the way the manager wants to set up, and in terms of the gaps in our team because of injuries, because of lack of movement in the window elsewhere. This deal would have been able to literally tick off multiple things for Tottenham. We get a homegrown player. We get a player in his prime. We get a quality player. We get a technically gifted player. We get another black player, a Nigerian player, mind you, as well. A Nigerian at the club. Another Nigerian at the club, because I know we've got Destiny Udogie. Yeah. there's so many different things that this.
You know what? I'm not gonna play his entire video anyway. The cure for that: follow your steps of your twin brother. It seems bare stressful over there. You'd swear he's going through a breakup, but not being able to sleep. I know, I mean, man's talking about not being able to sleep, you know. I mean, this stream has been wild tonight. I ain't gonna lie. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. Obviously, this was a match preview, but we had to get into two bit of reactions. We had to react to Lee Gunner, him trying to make out that him being a toxic positive when Egal caught him out. He's trying to say that it was sarcasm.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
And then, yeah, we've got man like Tapintobs, talking about man couldn't sleep because of the Eze deal. Ah! Anyways, I'm gonna end the stream here. It's been 2 hours. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna put timestamps in this anyway, so that anybody that watches this back can just go straight to what they need to go to. Egal Lee's debates are gold, not gonna lie, it is. Well, big up to all yous in here, and I'll see you guys for either the watch along if I do it on tomorrow 5:30. Oh, the women are playing tomorrow as well. Yeah, we can't forget the bunnies. The bunnies are playing a friendly against Tottenham. The bunnies beating the Arsenal women's, that is. They're playing tomorrow at 3. But yeah, the European champions, Arsenal women's, the Arsenal bunnies, playing that lot down the road. But anyways, like the video, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Peace.
And if anyone wants to have a come at me,
come and find me. I'm in the car park now.
Because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.